Hello, if you are new to my channel, I am Lexi, and I'm coming to you from Hart Bay, Cape Town, South Africa, on this beautiful, hot summer's day. That's a little view from my top balcony. And today, on this hot day, I am making a stew. A little bit crazy, you might think, but I have been dying for this dish all week, so I decided it's happening today, and I really want to share it with you. It is a beautiful dish. I have started to follow the Mediterranean diet, but only vegan and vegetarian dishes. I found that a lot of what I eat, maybe because of my Italian heritage, is already the Mediterranean diet. But I've been adding a few other things and a few dishes, and I'm really enjoying it. So that will be a new series that I'll be starting in the new year, and this is a little preview to it. And the first dish, which is a Greek dish. It's a green bean and potato, very simple dish called Fasolakia. Okay, let's get started. We're going to start with browning some onions and garlic in some extra virgin olive oil. Actually, I just used one medium-sized onion for this dish. As I said, this is a very simple dish of about 5 ingredients, and it is super quick to make. I do apologize for any background noise. I do have the fan on. It is extremely hot today, so I have the fan on while I am recording, as it is unbearable to put it off. So apologies if there is a little whirring in the background. I'm sorry about that. So this week I was watching again the Netflix documentary on the Blue Zone, and if you haven't seen it, go and check it out. It is countries in the world where people are living to be 100 or over, and the documentary follows the people in these countries and what they eat and the lifestyle that they are living. And quite a few of the countries are in the Mediterranean, and their diets are very similar to the Mediterranean diet. So that sparked my interest again in stepping up what I am eating in the year ahead. Anyway, back to our recipe. Make sure that the onions are caramelized. This adds a lovely sweetness to the dish. I'm adding some oregano in here. And I've already added some salt and pepper. Be generous with the pepper. I added a little bit of balsamic vinegar in here. The traditional recipe does not have balsamic vinegar in it, but I kind of like the addition, so you can add it, you can leave it out. And in goes some tomato paste. I would normally add some fresh tomatoes, cut up a tin of crushed tomatoes, but I didn't have on hand, so I was just keeping it simple today on this hot day, and I just added tomato paste, which was perfectly in order. A little bit more extra virgin olive oil to fry off the tomato paste. It's a Greek dish, but the Italian in me always comes out. I hear my nonna saying, fry off the tomato paste. It brings out the flavor. So that is what I always do. Now, what makes this green bean stew a Greek green bean stew is a very special ingredient that is added right at the end, and it really makes such a big difference to this dish. It bumps it up and adds such a beautiful flavor. So stay with me and don't miss out on seeing what that ingredient is at the end. So I've just added a little bit of water to deglaze, And now we're going to add in the potatoes. I've used baby potatoes, but you could use normal potato and just cut it up. I don't add the green beans at this stage because I like the green beans to be like my pasta, al dente. I don't want them to cook and go soggy. So I cook the potatoes until they're about 3/4 way done, and then I add in the green beans a little bit later. You will see me adding them in. Okay, so potatoes are almost done. I've added in the green beans, and I am adding a little bit more water to just cover. Lid on, and dinner will be ready in less than 10 minutes. So usually this dish is not served with a grain. I am making some couscous to go with it, but traditionally it would not be served with a grain. The only thing that they would probably serve it with would be some crusty bread to wipe up the sauce. But couscous is a wonderful addition to it, and it is super easy to make. So I added 1.5 cups of couscous and 1.5 cups of boiled water. And look how easy this is. Just add it to a dish, cover it up, and literally 5 minutes later, it's done. No having to deal with rice, which is my pet hate. So if you're looking for something quick to add to any stew, couscous is fantastic. Highly recommend couscous. So back to our stew. I did add a little bit of cornstarch water mixture to just thicken up the sauce because I had not used any fresh tomatoes or tinned tomatoes. But when you use the tomatoes, it cooks down and thickens the sauce. But as I did not have any and just used some tomato paste, it needed to be thickened up a bit. I always add some cracked black pepper at the end. It adds such a lovely creaminess to the dish. I cannot eat green bean stew without it. So this then is the first meal in my new series of the Mediterranean diet, vegan and vegetarian dishes only. I hope that you will subscribe and stay with me for many more recipes similar to this one.